David said the other day, he said, it was good for me that I was afflicted. Why? It has made me wise. I'm better today than I was yesterday. Who you are have nothing to do with success. It has everything to do with the process you've been through and how you respond to crisis. The strength and the sign of true maturity has nothing to do with success. It has everything to do with how you respond to crisis of life. And life is full of crisis. A steward. 4 principles I'll give to you today. We'll continue, God willing, next week Sunday. Number 1 principle, right, is the principle of ownership. Principle of ownership. Please acknowledge and understand that God, the creator, the author of heaven and earth, owns all things, and you don't own anything. You don't have anything. You think you do, but you don't have anything. You are a possessor of nothing. And the day you recognize that you don't have anything is the day you die. And if you don't believe me, go to the mortuary. You see people loaded who thought they have everything, and they are lying there naked with nothing. Number 2 principle. The principle of responsibility. You have a responsibility. Because you don't have anything, you own nothing. You are a steward of everything you have, including your life. You are a steward of it. Number 3 principle, the principle of accountability. You are accountable, and one of these days you give an account. It doesn't matter how long you live. Number 4, the principle of reward. God will reward you for good or for evil. So please keep that in mind. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28, the Amplified Version. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28.
And God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful.
God
multiply."
blessed and said, be what?
Fruitful.
So the reason for blessing is fruitfulness and multiplication. So if you are blessed and you are not fruitful and you are not multiplying, you are not blessed, you are cursed. And it is abuse. Yeah. God said to Abraham in Genesis 12, he said, I will bless you so you can be a blessing. The reason for being blessed is not to withhold and to hold and to keep to yourself and to improve on yourself. But the reason for blessing is to be fruitful, useful, effective, produce, help others, advance the work of God. Go ahead.
And God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth, and subdue it, using all its vast resources in the service of God and man.
Using its all what?
Vast resources.
For what?
The service of God.
The service of
God
and
man.
People live and die. And after having come into wealth and having had power, access, influence, resources, they never use it for the benefit of the work of God. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of people, when they have access, they have influence, and they get blessed, one of the first things they do is to fight the source of the blessing. Yeah. You don't understand? Yeah. Go ahead.
Dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and over every living creature that moves upon the earth.
You see, unless you understand that you are a steward, whatever you own and have in this life is for the benefit of God's work and others. First thing, his work and others. Yeah. Jesus is not building your business or your family. Whoever you are, whether you are a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman, whatever you are, whatever role you play in life, it is to advance God's work wherever you are. When you think think that you deserve something, you've lost it. The day you think you deserve something, you've lost it. You don't deserve anything. God positioned you where you are for a reason. So if you're a lawyer, you must use your law to advance God's work and to help and profit people. Whatever profession you have in this life, it is never for your personal benefit as much as it will profit you. It is for the benefit of the work of God and others. How many souls have you brought and won to Christ since you were born again? And since God blessed you and gave you more than you've ever had, what good have you done with it? Who have you helped? Who have you blessed? Who have you touched in this life? It's all about you and your personal family. That's all. That's all. Yeah. Some of you come from villages. Since God said, let there be light, they've never been light in that village. Not even a half standby generator. They drink from rivers and streams with animals. The water is yellow and brown. And you live in Accra, in the best areas of the city. You haven't even put a borehole to produce water in that village. Some people, when they are growing old, then they go to the village and build a house. You know what they are building the house for? So when they die and their friends come, they will know that they also have something built in their village. But that house doesn't profit anybody. There are certain villages you go to, you will see a big house standing there. Nobody lives there. The man that built this has died. His children and grandchildren don't want to live there. They don't know anything about that village. Instead of him to build a school or a hospital or something to benefit the community, or a church, so that if building that house was 500,000, divided, use 250 to build a simple nice house. So when you are dead and your friends come to town, they'll have a place to stay. But at least build a church, 50-seater congregation, 100-seater congregation, or put a school or a clinic or something, or a borehole that profits and benefits the people, so that whenever they come there, they'll say, once upon a time somebody like you did live. Why are we so selfish? And it's always about us. We plan, including when we die, to still in our death receive praises and accolades even in your death. Why? If you look at all our life and our thinking, everything is us and us and us. We are too selfish, and that's why this continent is blessed and loaded, and we're not going anywhere. One of the dangers of leadership is to surround yourself with people who can speak truth to power. Yeah. And it's one of the problems of leadership, because I have the same thing. The most dangerous people around me is my loyalists. Yeah. Whenever new people come around, they come to Papa. And I say, yes. Hey, this woman, this man, careful. Somebody say, careful. And I said, why? He said, the things we are hearing about this person. And I said, you, when you came around, did you know the things I heard about you? And I said, have you forgotten that me, I'm not an angel? And that me too, I came from the streets. And I came from the ghettos. And I said, do you know what church is? Church is a hospital. It's a spiritual medical center. And we all come to church because we are sick. And we come to be diagnosed and to receive prescription for our sickness and diseases. So I said, why are you getting into somebody's sickness? Why are you into somebody's business? Mind your own business.